Oh, hi everyone. I'm Mrs. G.
There's lots to do and see.
Come and play along with me. Come on.
I'm Mrs. G. There's lots to do and see. Come and play along with me. Story time with Mrs. G.
Oh, hi everyone. You've caught me planting. Such a beautiful day. And I've got my welly boots on. Reminds me of our story today. So, it was a rainy day, not like today, and poor TJ, still in lockdown, looked out of the window and realised it was raining. But actually, he quite liked going out in the rain and splashing about in puddles. He could see that April was out there already. Now, April never wears shoes. I forgot to tell you that bit. So TJ went into the garage to try and find his welly boots. And there they were. He put them on, but he must have grown since he last wore them. And they didn't fit him at all. And oh my goodness, he couldn't get them on. He went back inside and said to Mummy, "My welly boots don't fit me." "Oh, TJ," said Mummy, "what are we going to do? Why don't you come and help me make some jelly?" Well, TJ loved jelly and he thought it was a good idea, but he could still see April splashing about in the puddles outside and it did make him feel a little bit jealous. Anyway, he went to Mummy and they made the jelly. It took them a little bit of a while and TJ could see that April was watching him. Well, she came inside and she said, "What are you doing?" TJ said, "I'm making jelly." "But I like making jelly," said April. "Come and help us," said Mummy. And so they all made the jelly together. So what started off as not a very good day ended up in quite a good day. So when it was time for bed, TJ made his way up the stairs. Up he went. And then up another flight of stairs, into his bedroom, up the steps of the bed, and tucked himself away. All of a sudden, he heard the familiar cough of Big Alfred. TJ looked down and said, "Hi, Big Alfred. What are you doing here?" "You know, we're off on an adventure. Come on," said Big Alfred. And off they went. What did they do? They counted from 1 to 10. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there they were, climbing up the steps of the flying saucer. The doors opened, they walked in, and the door shut behind them. TJ looked at Big Alfred. Had Big Alfred grown, or had TJ shrunk? I don't know. Big Alfred started to press the buttons on the control, and off they went, up, up, up into the sky, past the birds, past the clouds, past the sun, past the moon, past the stars, past all the planets, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. And there in front of them, there was this green land. "What's that?" said TJ. "That," said Big Alfred, "is Jelly Welly Land." TJ laughed and laughed and laughed. "Come on," said Big Alfred, "I'm going to show you something really fun. But first of all, you will need these, a pair of welly boots." They were really fun, and they even had green aliens on them. TJ put them on and they felt so comfortable, and they ran down the steps of the flying saucer, and there they were on top of Jelly Welly Land. "Jump," said Big Alfred. TJ jumped into a puddle of green jelly, and as he jumped, the jelly seemed to grow. It grew and grew and grew. It was a puddle, and then it was a stream, and then it was a river, and then it was a sea, and they were jumping and bouncing on this jelly. "This is such fun," Big Alfred said TJ. "I know, I thought you'd like this, and you're enjoying it because you're wearing welly boots, aren't you?" "Yes, I am," said TJ. "But what happens now?" "Well, we're going to keep jumping until we hear the Jelly Welly alien." "What's the Jelly Welly alien?" said TJ. "You'll see." And they jumped and jumped and jumped. Then suddenly they heard this, "Jelly Welly Woo!" That's him! He's coming, said Big Alfred. We need to get back to the flying saucer, but you'll need to shake off your welly boots so we can swim. Swim in the jelly? Said TJ. Yes, swim. So he kicked off his welly boots, and there they were, swimming in the green jelly. As they swam, the sea dissolved, the river dissolved, the stream dissolved, the puddle dissolved, and there was the flying saucer. Quick, said Big Alfred, up the steps. Up the steps they went, into the doors of the flying saucer, and the door shut behind them. TJ took a peek out of the window as Big Alfred started to press the buttons, and there he saw the Jelly Welly alien. And next to the Jelly Welly alien was a little figure that he recognised. It was April, and she was singing along, Jelly Welly woo, Jelly Welly woo. How did she get there, thought TJ. And they started to go up to the planets again. Neptune, Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, Mercury, past the moon, past the beautiful stars, past the sun and the clouds and the birds. And now, said Big Alfred, shut your eyes and count backwards from 10. So TJ shut his eyes and everyone counted. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. TJ opened his eyes and he was in his bed. He thought, that was a fabulous adventure. He undid his blind and he saw there was a delivery man. He'd got a box in his hands. He looked up at TJ and waved. TJ ran down the steps of his bed, ran down the stairs, opened the door and took the box. It was addressed to him. He quickly opened the box and inside there were a pair of new welly boots, and they got a picture of a green alien on the front of them. Was it a dream or was it real?
Craft with Mrs. G.
So the craft today is all about planting and welly boots. Isn't that funny? Now here are a pair of wellies that are similar to the ones that TJ had from the delivery man. They look quite super, don't they? This one has got an alien face on it, but this one hasn't. Here are a pair of wellies that belong to Stanley. This one has got fish all over it, and this one hasn't. And here are a pair of Mrs. G's wellies. This one has got some nice patterns on it, and this one hasn't. So I thought today we would decorate the wellies. And as you can see, this one looks rather jolly with some plants inside. So in Mrs. G's craft basket today, I have got some special paint and some paintbrushes and some nail varnish and some pretty sparkles. I'm just going to put my basket down here and I'm going to find the welly boots. So we'll have this one and this one and this one. I'm going to start with the middle size boots. So for that one we need some special paint. Now this is acrylic paint, which will mean that it will last even when it's raining. So you will see I've got a funny alien face, and you can do it however you like. But I chose the yellow because it shows up brightly, and he's got his antennae there and there. And then he's got two little ears. He's got his funny goggly eyes and a great big smile. There's my alien face. And there we have it, your decorated welly boots. And now we're going to plant the welly boots. So you will need some soil and a little spade. And we're going to fill the welly boots with the soil. Water the soil. Make sure you get lots of lovely water to drink. There we go. And the little one. Whoopsie. And now we're going to plant. Now these are called primulas. We can't actually see the colour they're going to be yet, but as you can see around here, we've got red and pink and some white ones. And you must water them once they're planted because they love to have a drink. And in this boot, I've got some daisies. And now in the little tiny welly boot, I'm going to put some more primulas. Again, you can't see what colour they are, but there's some pink ones in here already and some tiny little buds peeking through. And now let's give them a drink. And there we have it. What a lovely day planting. Such a nice activity. And I just want to show you one more thing. In my garden, I have little fairies to finish it off.
Cooking with Mrs. G.
And now for our cooking. So today we've been thinking about jelly, and I thought we would use some green jelly. Well, you will need to cut the jelly, but I'm going to say Mrs. G has a little tip. Do not eat raw jelly. Cut it as small as you can and put it into a measuring jug. You'll probably need to use children's scissors for this. Now you need some boiling water into the jug. So this is where a grown-up will come in. And we're going to use a little bit to cover the jelly. And you can do the stirring until all the jelly has dissolved in the boiling water. Once the jelly is dissolved, now you can add some cold water all the way to the top of the jug and give it another nice stir. And we're going to pour the jelly mixture into these jelly moulds. And I'm going to put them in this little glass box so the jelly doesn't spill. Now the jelly is going into the fridge. It does take quite a long time, so you need to be patient. It will take all night long. And now it's morning. I've been waiting all night for this jelly. Nice and set. I'm going to show you how we make a Jelly Welly alien. And let's get the jelly out of the mould. Yay! Voila! And now I'm going to make an alien face for the Jelly Welly alien. So first of all, I'm going to use these sweeties for the antennae. So I make a tiny little slit and then you can get the stick in there. Now if you can't find sweeties like this, you could use anything else, maybe even fruit. and put that in there. That's the antennae. Let's do the other one. And antennae. And my aliens, I'm just going to have 2 eyes today. There we go. Googly googly eyes. And a little bit of green sweeties. Oopsie. For decoration. And a mouth. Your Jelly Welly alien. And now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for popping in today. Mrs. G had lots of games to play. Along came Big Alfred. Where was he going to go? He has adventures to a land that's past the moon. However you're feeling, whether you're happy or sad, you can go on an adventure that makes you feel glad. Take care, we'll see you very soon.